Hey, try not to blink, okay? Because today I'm going to show you my top 10 favorite super fast small fidget knives. For this video now, a small knife is going to be one that has like a blade length of around 3 inches or less. Now stick around because towards the end, I'm going to give you all the details on one of the knives here that is actually on sale. Hey, how you doing? If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. My name is Jay. Go ahead and consider clicking on that subscribe if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. Let's get started with number 10 because this is the newest knife on the list and it's from Kaiser. This is the Critical Mini. Man, I gotta tell you, I was so excited when this knife was first announced because it's my very first folder in CPM 3V steel, which, you know, is usually found on fixed blades. So I really like that Kaiser, that they decided to go this route because it makes the knife, look at that action, it makes the knife stand out, well, even more so than this blade shape does. Plus, it's an affordable way for us to get our hands on some 3V steel, which, by the way, it's a very tough steel. And it, of course, it has excellent edge retention, but the compromise here is going to be with the corrosion resistance. It's just going to be a little bit lower. But you know what? If you oil the blade, you should be fine. You shouldn't have any problems. Now, this, if you couldn't already tell just by looking at it, oh man, this blade, look at that. I mean, I could probably like slice a piece of toilet paper like floating in the air because it's a slicing machine and it has an insanely strong detent that I'm not able to fail this on the deployment. Number 9 is going to be from CJRB. This is the small feldspar. Now, I just flat out love the feldspar, but I do prefer, you can see here up on top, I prefer its bigger brother, just slightly more. And there's just no way, though, that I could leave this one off the list because the action is so good. I think what I'm going to do, I want to go ahead and do that very same modification I did with this one by getting the Blade HQ exclusive S35 VN blade. And then I'll go ahead and slap it on these micarta scales because I just love how this thing turned out. Number 8, how about from Wesson? This is the Allman. Now, basically, I kind of look at this as being a frame lock flipper tab version of the Wii Banter. I don't know, what do you think? I mean, they kind of look similar to me. I mean, they even have the very same S35 VN blade steel. I love this unique blade shape, though. You just don't see it very often, and you never will have to worry about snapping that tip off. Now, for a little bit less, this is the titanium one. For a little bit less, you can get, they have a couple different colors in G10. Of course, that's going to be a liner lock, but it will save you just a little bit of money, which I have an affiliate link to Wesson. I'll be sure to include that down in the description. Number 7, how about a good old-fashioned Benchmade mini griptilian? I won't spend too much time on this knife because most of you know it pretty well, but you could even put the mini bug out, or how about the 945 in this spot? But I don't have either one of those, so I decided to go with the good old mini griptilian. I am so glad that they finally decided to upgrade that blade steel to S30V. Sitting at number 6, I got the small honey badger. I know that some of you are not really fans of the handle scales, which I get it, but you got to admit, this is still one of the best Fidget knives of like all time. Yeah, Fidget plus budget. All right, really quick, if you're liking this video so far, let me know by just giving it a thumbs up. Next up at number 5 from Civivi, here's the Elementum. You know what? I thought that the version with the green micarta here and the S35 VN blade, I thought it would be back in stock by now, but it really hasn't. So I'm starting to believe that it may not be coming back. But you know what? That's okay because we still got the D2 versions, and you know they're all Oh, yeah, they're good to go. Now, I've been lucky enough to try most of the other variants, and from my experiences, the Elementums with the micarta scales, those are usually going to have the better action. So keep that in mind if you haven't bought one of these yet. I am still trying to get my hands, though, on one of the new button locks. So do you want to hear something funny? Because I got an email. I enabled like all notifications with a bunch of different retailers. And I recently got an email saying that the button lock Elementums, they're now in stock. Well, I wasn't able to read that email for about 2 hours. Wouldn't you know it, 2 hours later I went, all gone. I swear to Christmas, my jaw practically hit the floor. I mean, I knew that they were going to be popular, but man, I guess I just didn't realize the true scope of that. Number 4, it's going to be the Scepter from Sencut. So for me, the multiple deployment methods and this insanely good action really make this a fun knife to fidget. On top of that, I mean, you can get them in micarta scales. And now that I'm looking at this handle design, check out, I want to grab another knife. Yeah, look at that. Next to the Civivi riffle, very similar handles, but one small difference, and it's actually a little attention to detail that I am shocked to see here. And look at that. Yeah, the access to the thumb studs, they went ahead and removed a little bit of material, so it just makes it easier, much easier to get at those thumb studs. Man, if they ever made like a S35 VN version of this, oh my God, I'd be all over that. You know, the list just wouldn't be a list without a Spyderco Para 3. Now, you all know that I'm just in love with this Maximet version, but, you know, it's going to cost you a couple bucks extra, so why not just grab the lightweight version in the BD1N blade steel? It's going to cost you half as much, and you can see, I mean, it still has the same fantastic action. I really hope, I'm kind of waiting and hoping that they make a lefty version of this knife. You know, the same way that they did with the PM2. I will say this, though, as, you know, as a left-handed dude, using the right-handed compression lock, it's honestly, it's not as difficult as I thought it would be. Number 2, how about from CKRT? I swear I do that every time. All right, let me do this slow, okay? From CRKT, it's the Pilar 3. Now, this with the D2 blade, I know that it might still be kind of tough to find in stock. So the version in HCR, that is a really good alternative, because I've actually tried it, and the action is just as fantastic. I mean, look, here we are in just the 5th month of 2021, and think about all the incredible knives that have been released so far. I mean, this is one of them. Man, this is going to be a good year. Before I go ahead and show you my number 1, I got an honorable mention, and it's going to be from Kershaw. This is the Launch 11. I put this as an honorable mention because, well, you can see it's an automatic, but man, is this little thing fast. And you can see, you know, if I'm able to completely operate this one-handed, you will certainly be able to. But that spring, look at that. I got mine from Blade Ops, because they're selling these, get this, for $10 less than all the other retailers that I've seen. Yes, link will be down below. Now, I don't know how long these are going to last, so if you're at all interested, you might want to go out and grab one of these like now while you can, because this is it's a great USA-made automatic with a CPM 154 blade that's well under 3 inches at about 2.75. And now the stock clip that comes on here, you know, it's that standard one from Kershaw that is not deep carry, but check this out. Yeah, I put on that it's a Civivi clip that they're selling these on Amazon for, it's around $5, and you get 2 of them. hey, go ahead and sound off in the comments. I would love to know what are some of your favorite, like, small fidget knives. All right, you ready to see it? Number 1 is going to be from Hogue. This is the Doug Ritter Mini RSK. They really do keep coming out with new versions of this knife. Like, it seemed like every day, because have you seen those new G Mascus scales yet? Go over to Knifeworks and check them out. They're a little too flashy for me, but I do think that they look pretty good. Now, I know that this is practically a carbon copy of the Benchmade, mini grip Tillion, but I prefer this blade shape way more than I do on the grip. Up on the screen now is a video that I did go ahead and pick out personally for you to watch next. And now don't forget to click on that subscribe. Hey, thanks for watching. I gotta go. I love you guys. And hey, how about I'll just meet up with you at the next video? Good? See ya.